It's time to go! It's time to go!
Cracks me up every time.
Well, you can say that again in a minute, Claude, because guess what? You know, this is what our show's about tonight. But before
that, right. Football is back. And yeah, celebrate tonight. At last.
I'll have to have a black currant because obviously I'm driving tonight. So, but I'll be. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone.
I know what Glenn's drinking.
Well, I'm drinking a freaking cranberry Red Bull because I let my wife pick out the Red Bulls, so that's why I get stuck with cranberry. I gotta wake up.
Have a beer. Have a beer, Glenn. Have a beer.
No, I'll steal some of my wife's bourbon if I'm going to drink anything right now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Claude and the Banstas. Hope everyone's well. Great to see all our regulars in the chat. Melina, hope you're well. Lon Star, Londoner, CG, Simply, Taib, Delwyn Jones, Grant, Gio, Sammy, Cheddars, Omar. Hope you're all well. Welcome to tonight. We've got a great guest with us. Fantastic. Always up for a laugh. We're always listening out for that alarm. Always listening out for everyone.
I have an hour. As long as I abide by that, there'll be no alarm.
How you doing, Glenn? You all right?
I'm okay. Hearing that the Premier League is back cheered me the hell up. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think it cheered everyone up, mate. I think it has, mate. Claude, how are you doing, mate? This has got to be great news for you too.
Oh, no, brilliant. Great news. I'm really happy. We're going to get some see. I know the German football's good to watch, but it's not the same, is it? I mean, but it'd be good to see the football back. I know there's going to be no crowds. I just want to see that ball getting kicked about. And I want to get off to the win at the Etihad. We'll start off at the Etihad.
Oh, how sweet
would that be? Not a bad time to play them, by the way. Not a bad time to play them. So I think this is a big chance for us and a good advantage for us as well, because there's only the first two games will be on the Wednesday. We'll have more match fitness than the other teams that will be playing at the weekend. So we'll have that little bit of more ahead of everyone else. So that's a good thing as well in our favour. So nice 3 points, get up the table, and our charge for the Champions League is on.
Yeah, I think we can do it. Can I just bring up something real quick about the Bundesliga? Because I know they're just doing it here in America. I promise I won't take much time. What the networks are doing here now in America during about half the Bundesliga games, any big Bundesliga game, they are adding crowd sound to the TV feed. You can't hear it, on the pitch or anything, just the people watching it. And it so disgusted me, I stopped watching the Bundesliga. I feel so insulted that they think I need to hear canned chants with some guy pushing buttons because I can't deal with listening to the players, managers, and coaches. And I just hope that you guys never have to experience that, because I know the Premier League's going to be back on several different places, right, to watch it. And I just hope they don't do that to you.
We're gonna come on to that in a minute.
When Arsenal are playing, when Arsenal are playing, Glenn, they're going to have someone shouting, "It's time to go" in the background. So watch out for that when Arsenal come back to playing. Yeah.
Anyway, Terry, I'm sorry. I was afraid I would forget about it if I didn't mention it.
Oh, that's fine, mate. That's fine.
It ruined my day yesterday, and I just had to say something.
Yeah, no. I understand that. Sky Sports.
By the way, before we all start, the other big news today is Sir Chip Keswick has retired. And apparently, Michael Fish is taking over.
What, the weatherman?
Michael Fish. So we're going to have fish and chips now. So anyway.
Claude really has a pep in his step, as we would say, with the Premier League back. Nice, Claude. It's nice to see you.
It's nice to see him happy, isn't it? It's nice.
We're always happy. We're a happy channel. We don't care what other people think of us. We're a happy channel. Right. What's this? Simply, what's Simply saying?
He's saying 40 watchers and only 18 likes. Come on. Everyone in the live.
Come on, yeah. I
want to big up Simpy because at the moment he's put a chat on the Op Mic. Big up Op Mic. He's put so I just want to quickly shout that out. We're on YouTube and we're also on our new platform Op Mic. Go download it from Google Play Store or Apple Store. Use our code CBS301, then you'll be signed up to our channel over on Op Mic. And not only that, once we do watch-alongs, like on the 17th of June when the Premier League is back, when we will have Man City at their grand away from home, we'll be on Op Mic doing a live watch-along. You'll be able to hook up your app to your TV. You'll be able to turn off them awful commentators on Sky Sports that nobody listens to, and you'll be able to listen to Claude say, "It's time to score!" Come on. Now, what more do you want?
I tell you, Terry, doing that watch along with you guys for that Bundesliga game was like hanging out with you in a pub, man. It was awesome.
Exactly. You're going to join us for that, aren't you? You're going to join us for that, aren't you?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
What more do you want? You know what I mean? To get yourself over to Op Mic, put our code in CBS301, and then the game that'll be live on Sky Sports on the 17th of June when the Premier League is finally back. You'll be able to listen to Claude and the Bansta's commentary. Myself, Claire, Claude, and Diesel, hopefully. So get yourself over to it. And then while you're over there,
hopefully that alarm doesn't go off before the full time.
No, my wife's getting a bad rap here because of all of my jokes. She knows when Arsenal's on, that door upstairs stays closed and she doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I hope so and all, mate. I hope so. Exactly. I hope so. I hope you put your foot down a bit. It's about time you put your foot down.
Yeah, easy for you to say.
Listen, we've got 3 weeks until the game, Arsenal Man City. We're on 113 followers, I think, on Op Mic. So what I want to set a challenge. What realistically can we get up to, boys, before we get live on that game? Glenn, give us a number that you would like to be.
Okay, well, I hear they're going to rule on Man City's appeal in June, which means, we're going to know very soon if the 5th spot is a Champions League spot. But even if it isn't, I still think we've got a really good chance. Not a really good chance, but a chance to make a top 4 run. I'm with Claude on this one. Absolutely.
Let's go for it. Who knows? No people in the ground. Who knows? People might start. It might affect other teams. We might make a run. We're used to no noise at the Emirates, aren't we? So,
yeah, but you know, the other half of that, Claude, is half of our team gets so down if the crowd starts groaning. They're not going to have to deal with that. Yeah. So,
you actually
Granny Xhaka might have his best games now. With no one
yeah.
You went on to a different point then, Glenn, but that was a good point for me. I was saying on Op Mic, on Op Mic, how many people do we want to get before the Arsenal Man City game for us to do a forfeit?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
So on Op Mic, we've got 113 followers at the moment, which is fantastic. What target should we set? That if we reach that target by the Arsenal Man City game, we will do a forfeit.
Oh, a forfeit. When you guys say forfeit, it's a bet. What are we betting on again?
Not betting.
200.
Not bettings. Basically, if we reach a goal,
Terry, this could take all night, mate.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. When I hear guys like Troops and Robbie talking about forfeits, they're talking about those bets they make between themselves. I don't know. I'll do whatever you guys want. Okay, this is what I do with my wife when I don't understand. Whatever. Yes, fine.
Let's say 200. Let's say 200. Yeah.
We want to reach 200. We want to reach 200 followers on Op Mic, and if we do, then we will do a forfeit. So what that means, Glenn, is whatever someone suggests that we've got to do, we have to do it.
Oh dear God, I know what they're going to say. They're going to say, Glenn, get your wife to come downstairs and tell everybody what a jerk husband you are. That's going to be mine. You guys don't have any.
This is the forfeit, everyone. Glenn will get his missus to come on air and say hello to us. All right, how's that?
All right, fine. And then she goes away. No question and answer. I'm going to turn all the volume down.
Can we get serious now?
Yeah, okay.
Ben, can we get now serious?
I thought you just gave me a forfeit. What's yours?
My channel's a serious football debate. All right, let's go. Let's get on with it.
I didn't bring it up. Terry brought it up.
All
right. Listen, in the chat, right? At the end of the show, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to get in your forfeit request, and then we will pick the best one, all right? So the last 5 minutes of the show is what we do. Right, let's move on. Obviously, we just spoke about it, so let's bring it up. Obviously, what this show is about tonight, it's obviously the football is back. The government have announced the Premier League football is poised to return after a 3-month shutdown, with top flight games in England provisionally set to resume on Wednesday, June the 17th. That is a Wednesday night, and it will start off with the Aston Villa versus Sheffield United and the Man City Arsenal games, which were the 2 games that are got to be played before all the other games, because they had games in hand. We had games in hand. So, Glenn, give us your thoughts on it, mate.
At first I was a little disappointed because I think we were going to play Brighton next. I think that was the next game. But hell, I'll play anybody right now. Yeah, bring Manchester City on. It's our game in hand. If we win it, this whole fan base is going to be electrified. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
If it goes in order, we could be playing 3 games away on the trot, you know. If it goes in order. And apparently now home and away will be used. And even though that Sadiq Khan's going, oh, will people be outside? Oh, let's wait for players, all that. Please, Mr. Khan, stay out of football. Stay out of football. Enough of it. I've got to hear your nonsense on other things apart from football. Just stay out of our game. Yeah? I want us to play home and away like normal. None of this neutral grounds. Every team has got entitled to play on their home ground. All this, he's trying to bring it up. He's trying to get our football stopped. You know what I mean? Mayor of London, are you joking me? Are you joking me?
Have you?
Bloody.
Are most people excited? Are most people excited about the Premier League coming back, or are they still, tentative and scared?
Look, listen.
I think.
Go on, Claude.
I think it's. I mean, we need football back. Football is part of our lives, isn't it? I mean, a lot of our lives. You know, I mean, without football, we're struggling. We have got what we got to do. Watch crap on the TV, repeats of rubbish. You know what I'm saying? We need football back. And apparently, when this football comes back, there'll be a game on every day of the week.
Sweet.
Isn't that great? Football
yes.
Live, every game of the week. Isn't that live? Isn't that great?
Yeah, I absolutely agree. What do you think, Terry?
Listen, I was one of the ones that kept saying, you know what I mean? Well, not one of the ones, but, I wanted wanted to care on the precautious side. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
Sure everything was safe and everything, was going in the right direction, which it is. We're at that stage now, which we're in the right direction. We're still talking about 3 weeks' time. So hopefully by then, the people that are dying every day will be under the 100 and hopefully under the 50 mark. So, we're definitely going in the right direction. Football needs to be back now. I know it's still going to be not the same with no fans and that, but as long as we can watch it live, which we will be on TV now, I can't wait for it to be back. And not only that, I'm glad to see that Claude is being positive now.
Yeah.
Me and saying that we could possibly charge up that table. What do you reckon about that?
You know what?
Go ahead, Claude.
Zane, I'd love to have you on our show, Zane, if you're available one day, because you put so much into our show, and without you, people like you, we wouldn't be going so strong. And I'd like to thank you for that. And one day maybe you'll come on. You don't have to show yourself. You can come on audio and talk. You know what I mean? If you want to stay anonymous. But we'd love to have you on because you do bring some great points. Are you doing the Claude and Ty show, Sane says? Not at the moment. He's gone missing as well. He's done his Lord Lucan. He's gone like Lord Lucan, hasn't he? Ty has not been seen about for 8 weeks. I've tried to phone him. He don't talk. He don't answer the phone. But that's Ty for you, isn't it? But at the moment, I'd love to get back and do our Claude and Ty show. I bet you all missed that. That's the only bit of entertainment in this horrible season that we have. But anyway, soon be back.
My favorite part. My favorite part.
Man.
Hey, Stan, what's up?
He's coming from Vancouver. If he wants to jump on, Stan, if you want to jump on, you can jump on. We'll send you the link. Is that in the right, Terry? If you want to jump on?
Of course it is, mate. Of course it is. Yeah, Stan, let us know if you want to jump on, mate.
Stan and Terry do that late show.
Yep, that's the man. He's the man. Listen, look, I want to quickly bring this up. This is where are we? This is the venues for the remaining fixtures. So this is how many people will be playing at home and playing away. So look, Aston Villa have got 6 home games and 4 away games. And like you said, Claude, we've only got 4 home games but 6 away games.
Yeah, this is a fact. That's how it goes. And I think that's why I don't think I'm against this neutral shit. You know what I'm saying? Gio says here, Claude with positive vibes. Yeah, I'm in a positive because it's the best day of my life because I know it's I've had 8 or 9 weeks listening to this fucking nonsense about sitting indoors while other people are running around the park as if nothing's happening. And I want football back. Yes, of course. It's the great day. Zane is another one. Did you see the new Arsenal one? What do you think? What? Oh, yeah. Did you see that? I'm sure that's a joke.
Yeah.
So Arsenal, all scribbled down. I think someone's having a laugh there. I can't think that's true.
Dan, I'll send it to you now, mate.
I can't believe that's true.
Yeah, I see such a turnaround just in YouTube.
Hopefully, we'll be doing the majority of the games.
Yeah,
if we've got time. Yeah, we'll do the majority.
But only if you go and download Mike.
Yeah, if you get the 300, we'll do the whole lot. We're getting the whole lot now.
Oh my God, Claude! Don't get too excited. You said there's going to be a game every day. You're going to do a watch along every day.
I'll do even Aston Villa and Norwich.
Oh my God. I can't believe they're changing this man. Just a week ago, I saw him on with Robbie. Said, I'm
happy. Football is back. 8 weeks I've been stuck in this room.
Terry.
9 weeks. I've been stuck in this room. Telling people, no, all this 2-meter rule, this 2-meter rule, can't go out there. You've got to get back in. I'm sick of it. I want something to look forward to.
This is brilliant. A week ago, I saw Claude on with Robbie saying, "I don't want football back in empty stadiums."
I've changed my mind. Because I'm bored.
Well, that's what I mean. It's so brilliant, Claude and Terry.
I'm even thinking of getting at the moment. The way I'm at the moment, I'm thinking of getting a pot of paint and watching the paint dry on the wall. Anyway,
it's better than seeing that naked guy in the bathroom.
Oh my God! Don't start that. Oh my God!
That was earlier in the show for you late tuners in.
That was terrible.
Stephen says, "I'll be tuning in." Stephen said, "I'll be tuning into your watch-alongs, not DTs." Listen, mate, I'm glad you're tuning into ours. That's great.
Yeah, I've got DT's a nice guy as well. DT's part. I won't. He's a good guy, DT. We've had our running, but he's a really good guy. And he's a fanatical Arsenal fan.
One of the most glorious things about being an Arsenal fan are there are so many great people and channels, and I think DT's a great guy, but I'm going to be on with you guys that day, opening day.
Zane said,
look
at this, Claude. Happy days for you. McDonald's and football are back.
Claude, They reopened McDonald's. Did they reopen McDonald's?
What? I think it's from Monday.
Bird to join me. Now you just need a bird to join you. So I'll get Glenn's wife to join me in London.
Oh yeah, you can have her. You can have her. I told you. You can have her. Hey, what's up, Stan?
Right, you all right, mate?
Yeah, good.
What's your thoughts?
Oh, Stan, how are you, mate?
He's back, mate. He's back. What's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, the German league's been doing it for a couple of weeks now with some success. So if they feel that they're ready to go, then let's go.
Yeah, exactly,
mate. Exactly. You know,
it is a bit. I'm getting ready to go, but then I was just reading that our first game back is against Manchester City.
Excuse me. Sorry. I'm terribly
great
sorry.
Time to play them, Dan. It's a great time to play them.
Exactly.
It's a good time to play them because they're down. They can't win the league, and we'll beat them. Then Liverpool can clinch the title on the weekend, and we can say we had a hand in giving Liverpool the title.
I'll take that.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Stan,
we'll make some sort of contribution to this season anyway.
Stan, do you want to join us on that game? Watch it on live. Watch it on.
Yeah, of course.
Excellent. There we go. We got.
Yeah. I'm just so happy because I'm sick of all this stupid transfer talk. Nobody has any money.
Exactly.
And no offense to you guys, but I can't deal with those quiz shows or those music shows. It's just going to be football again, and I'm so freaking happy.
Glenn, have that TV on standby because I'm having a lot of technical problems. You have that TV on standby.
Yes, dude. Keep it quiet, but I'll hook you up. Don't worry.
Gio's put Stan always keeping a fresh baldy.
See, that's the thing. I've got my own clippers, so once a week I just do it down myself, right? So, but funnily enough, saying that, yesterday I went out around here where I live in Vancouver, and they've opened up the hairdressers, the bars and restaurants were all open, and people sat out eating. It was weird. It's like I came out and it's like like in Dallas. When she gets up and goes in the shower and Bobby's still alive.
Oh my God.
Why do you just say that, Stan? After when that happened, I never watched it anymore because it's the bullshit that was. That he was all the other programs didn't really exist anymore because it was all a dream, weren't it?
Exactly.
So I never watched it anymore after that. I think the Yanks, right? They don't realise what had that much damage they done doing that.
Yeah. So Claude, you telling me you never watched EastEnders again when Dirty Den come back?
Yeah, but that wasn't officially. He wasn't officially dead. He weren't officially dead because in that one, no one saw him die, did they?
No, you're right.
But in Dallas, we did see Bobby die, and it was the American. I think something about the US. I couldn't watch that anymore. I couldn't watch it anymore. I don't know about Glenn if he feels the same. But I couldn't watch it anymore after that.
I'm with you. I can't believe we're talking about Dallas, the TV soap. But yes, after that dream sequence, I stopped watching. And can I just? Did you say that McDonald's is open in the UK now?
No, not yet.
Oh, Monday, I think it is Monday worldwide. Well, England wide.
Oh, is that deliveries as well? Oh, that's good.
That's all I've been eating for the last 7 weeks. Every other day, the McDonald's, Wendy's, or Burger King. I actually got sick of fast food for the first time. I went to Kentucky Fried Chicken, came home. I told my wife I'm sick of fast food. She's like, "That's fast food too. It's terrible for you." I'm like, "Whatever. It tastes good going down." So yeah, because there's nothing in the stores, I've been eating nothing but fast food. Claude, first thing you're gonna do is get a double cheeseburger, right?
That's right. Not only that, no. I love my McDonald's breakfast in the morning. I love ordering that. My McDonald's.
Sausage and egg.
Sausage and egg McMuffin. Oh my God.
That's sweet. Yeah.
With a nice latte with it. Perfect start to the morning.
Careful, Claude. You're gonna get some drool on the camera.
So, Claude, will you ever get your mates on?
I'll tell you something. That's why we're talking about McDonald's. Funnily enough, I was flicking around on Netflix yesterday afternoon, And this film popped up, and before I knew what I was doing, I was watching it, and it starred Michael Keating, and it was called Founder, and it was the story about how McDonald's became so prominent. And it was I know it sounds about a story about McDonald's, but it was really interesting how it happened. So if you're looking for something to watch on Netflix and you want a good, just a good light-hearted film, but actually it ends quite sadly, then watch that.
Yeah, I've run out of stuff to watch. Another reason I'm glad football is back. Absolutely ran out of stuff to watch.
Zane, I want to answer Zane before Zane was asking me about Simon Jordan. That's the past now. I don't really care for the man anyway. And Stephen's come up. Do you think Leeds will go up to the Prem? Hopefully they will. Great football club. Deserve to be back in the Premier League.
Boys, would you like to see Leeds back up in the Premiership?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Diesel just about to knock another bird out of his bed. So big up the lads. Great to see both Glenn and Stan again. Big up to all lovely people in the chat room. Thank you, Diesel. And another notch, I suppose, has gone on that bed.
Big up,
that's why he's not on it.
Honestly,
that's why he's not on here, by the way. That's why he's not on here. He's got busy things going on. He doesn't care about when it comes to women.
Listen,
he's locking them down on that bedpost anyway, that's for sure. Anyway.
Glenn and Stan, look, isn't it great to see Claude like this?
Absolutely.
Very much so. Claude, you're back to your old self again, man. It's good.
Life, isn't it?
I know how you feel, Claude, because during the last couple of months or so, I've had the odd week. I got to the end of the week and I thought to myself, I don't feel myself this week, Feel a little bit.
I mean, I'm looking at Finsbury Park. They're all full up. I think to myself, get the tanks out. Get the tanks out. Why should I be stuck in everyone is in the park? Well, I'm listening to orders. I'm listening to an orders from some guy on a fucking bicycle that's now running our fucking country. Right? And there's people in the bloody park taking no notice of him.
I don't think we should be turning Finsbury Park into Tiananmen Square, no, Claude.
No, I'm not being funny. He completely put the whole bike circuit across central London, didn't he?
Yeah.
And now he's telling us all to stay indoors. How much more damage can he do to me?
I'm surprised at this because I just heard yesterday when Robbie was talking to Turkish on AFTV that Robbie was kicking a ball around in the park yesterday. I thought things were more relaxed over there.
No, Robbie,
no.
He probably just knowing Robbie's just kicking it to himself, really. Because
Robbie passes to Robbie.
Robbie started through the living room.
Through past to Robbie.
And it's through to Robbie, charging through the middle. It's up for grabs.
Yeah.
Oh no, we've been tackled by the dog.
Okay, so things are not more relaxed over there. Okay, I thought they were.
Right, let's move on to this. We've got some live updates here on Sky Sports, so let's bring this up. Let's have a look at this. Right, breaking news: the Serie A is to resume on June the 20th, too, boys. So Italy's back on all.
And who would have thought that? Remember when this whole thing started and Italy was in crisis mode because of the older population? They're coming back. But the French PM quits at the end of April. Just saying.
Yeah, but they recover quickly. It's all that lovely pasta that they eat over there and that lovely food they eat over there. So they're back quicker. They're back very quick as well. And it's good. It's good. I'm glad my lovely country is coming back to football as well, because they are part of me as well, as my parents were born there, as you all know. So all remaining to be.
Yeah, Stan.
Yeah. Stan, you need to raise your head and do this, because that would be freaking hysterical.
Stan, let's get your views on this first. All the Premier League games, the rest of for this season will be televised. What's your feelings on that?
Well, why not? I mean, people can't go there, right?
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
I mean, what they're going to do? Play behind closed doors, and then because they don't want anyone to stream or anything, say no, you can't watch it. Do you know what I mean? We'll just put the results out on Oracle at the end of the day. No, I mean, we've not had football for so long now. I mean, for me over here, usually I get up and we go down to the pub, whether it's 4 a.m. or 6 a.m. or 8, depending on the time. So I don't know how that's going to work. So I'll probably just be watching it from my sofa. But the reason I go to the pub to watch it is so that I can be around other people that go down there as well, and that's how we sort of we get together, have a coffee or a beer, depending on the time, and watch the game. And I really hope that we can do that.
Look, after what Cummings has done, right? I'm sick and tired of this and being told what to do anymore. After what Cummings has done, let's open all the pubs up and let's have the pubs open.
Can someone wait, Claude?
After what Cummings has done,
Claude,
after I make Cummings,
Claude, I heard 2 people talking about this yesterday, and I had no idea what they were talking about. Can someone in 10 seconds explain to me this Cummings thing?
Cummings is obviously high up in the Conservative. He's one of Boris's right-hand man, basically. And we've been told the rules to stay in, not to go out, only travel if it's necessary. And he's broke the rules, basically, while we was in lockdown. By apparently, his wife had symptoms of the corona, so really he should have been self-isolating. And he didn't want his boy to get ill, so he travelled 300 miles to drop the kid off to his mum, and then stopped off at a castle on the way back, and then went all the way back home when he had family 5 minutes around the corner.
Wow. Okay, thank you. Now I understand.
Right, Glenn, he said that he wanted to do the drive because he had bad eyes and he wanted to test his eyesight. So
holy shit! You guys, he must have been ripped apart by the media for that one. Oh my god!
Right, Glenn, because he's Boris' right-hand man. Like Boris Johnson keeps sticking up for him because if he gets rid of him, then this guy knows where all the bodies are.
What gets me about the whole thing as well, we'll get on to Zane's point in a minute. What gets me, how can you trust anyone now? If they're going against the rules themselves, how can anyone, that day that happened, that's when everyone started to do what they want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why can you trust it? That's a minister telling who's giving advice to the man that's leading our country, and he's going against all. It's like, don't do as I do, do as I say.
If you want to get
sorry. And the worst ones are the journalists that are outside his house.
Yeah,
if that is social distance, right? It's bullshit. They're all stacked outside his house, all in a group, and they're the ones that are going on about it, and they're fucking standing all together.
Yeah.
So how can the public take this shit any seriously anymore? How can we take it seriously? Come on, tell me.
Hold on.
You guys also have to. Oh, go ahead, Terry. Go ahead.
2 seconds. I just because we've got saying we will come back to that one about Coutinho, but he's also got another one saying Claude Cummings is crafty guy. Maybe he should run Arsenal and make us successful.
We got enough slimy people in the front.
Well, the good thing about if Cummings did take over, if there was like a really bad situation that went against us on the pitch, he can legitimately say, I didn't see it.
You know, one of the best parts about the Premier League coming back and a game on every day is millions of people are going to stay home. So the virus is, it's going to help with, containing this virus and getting all the numbers down, because that's all we want. Look at poor Stan. He's watching McDonald's documentaries. People I'm kidding, Stan.
I feel for Glenn because he's stuck indoors and he's had to take orders for 8 weeks.
What?
You know what I mean?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
No, I'm sorry, but Glenn, you have to take orders for 8 weeks. You have to, run around for 8 weeks like that. At least if you could have an excuse to get out, you could get out. I mean,
Claude, I've been taking orders for 20 years, not just the last 7 weeks.
That's why I was only married for 6 weeks, mate. Anyway, let's go on.
Let's move on to what Zane said. Apparently, Arteta wants to get Coutinho. Glenn,
maybe a swap deal. He's world class. We're not going to pay 50, 60, 70, 80 million. No way. That's a pipe dream unless there's some kind of swap deal that we do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sure you all have opinions that we have money somewhere, but I don't think anybody has any money.
No, I do agree with that. Stan?
I don't want us to get another albatross around our neck, like Ozil. Do you know what I mean? I'm worried that we might go down that road. A little bit like when Torres left Liverpool and then he went to Chelsea and it weren't the same. He didn't quite fire the same. It's a lot of money, isn't it? I just think that there's maybe someone out there that we could get who could come in and do a good job, who could maybe be a bit cheaper.
He is an upgrade on what we've got. He's definitely an upgrade on what we've got at the moment.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt.
To be honest with you, I'd rather have someone like him than the shit that we're probably going to get him anyway. So I would take him if he's a reasonable price. Even on loan, I'd take him. I would take him. It can't be any. Hey?
Claude, what about El Neni?
Ew!
I remember the last time I mentioned El Neni on here, man. Claude was.
You know, another thing you've got to realise, right? And what gives me hope that he might be all right. When he was at Liverpool, he was a top player, yeah. And then he went abroad, and you've got to remember. Then Dennis Bergkamp, he struggled when he was in Italy, didn't he? He struggled. Yeah. And a lot of these players, they struggle in other countries, but when they play in the English Premier League, they suddenly come good, you know. And I think, to me, I would take him if it's a reasonable price. I would take it because if it's a choice of him or as you say, Mesut Ozil, I'd take Coutinho, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'll come back on that. Zane has just said Kroenke is worth $5 billion. He can afford it. And Gio, he said, time to stock up on beers. I will need it since the Serie A is coming back. I know my team's Milan and will let me down big up. Big up to you guys for the content. Thank you very much, Gio.
Don't worry, you got the great Ivan Gazidis there. Don't worry, you'll be all right.
Can I just add, if we pretend that we have the money, I would be up for buying Coutinho on a reduced price because I rate him higher than you, Terry.
No. Listen, I do rate him, but for me, we need players in different positions again.
Yes, I agree.
We keep saying, why did we buy Pepe? Do you know what I mean? Why did we buy Pepe when we needed a central defender? He's not. But if we're going to lose Ozil, right, like he's possibly going, we do need that sort of player to come in, don't we? So, because Smith Rowe is he's good, but he's still very young. I think Coutinho would be a good addition. Listen,
I prefer a loan deal.
Let me ask you a question, guys. Realistically, how much would he cost any team for any team to buy him? Realistically, Glenn,
I wouldn't spend over 40 million.
Stan,
well, I'd prefer a loan deal for a season with the wages, but then with an option to buy at the end, so we get to try before we buy.
Yeah, no, I'm just. I know.
With the money, you're saying,
how much would you say it would cost to get him?
I'd say that he's probably worth on the current market at least 60 million, at least, and he could probably go up to somewhere between 60 to 80, I think, on the current market.
Okay, Claude.
I think 50 million is a good price for him. 50,
right,
40.
Look, if we're going to pay that, let's go out. I'd rather go out and get James Maddison.
Yeah, but hold on. But how much is James Maddison going to cost?
I don't know. I mean, if Stan's saying between 60 and 80 million for Coutinho, I would pay 60.
I don't think we'll go that far. I don't think we'll go.
Yeah, well, he's valued at 100 million when he was at Bayern Munich, right? That's what they were. The fee was.
But he can't get in the Bayern Munich team at the moment, can he? So,
but that was the fee that they were talking about if they wanted him. But I think, isn't Maddison a free agent?
Is he?
I think
Yeah,
he's.
if you tell me, would you rather have Ryan Fraser or Coutinho? I'd take Coutinho all day long, mate.
That's different. That's a different.
Even if he is free, you know what I'm saying? I think if he can produce what he done at Liverpool, I think he'd be a great asset for us.
Yeah, I think he would.
Especially if we keep Aubameyang, Coutinho behind Aubameyang going forward, would be incredible. We just got to also fix that bit at the back. Well, I'm a bit worried that, to be honest with you, I'm a bit worried that we're going to lose Luiz. And I never thought I'd say this because we've got Saliba coming in, right? And I'd rather lose Socrates and Mustafi than lose Luiz.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And if we lose, even if we lose, I want someone experienced at the back that knows what they're doing. Yeah, with Saliba. And I'm scared that if we put a rookie there by another young player, centre half, it's gonna go all pear shaped. I would have kept Luiz. I would have given him an extension on his contract, and he seemed to be happy to stay as well. I don't understand what's gone wrong there. But that's Arteta. This is your great Arteta, the man you all compare to Brian Clough.
Angry Claude is coming back.
But anyway, we'll see. But this is going to be a summer. We'll test how good Arteta is at his job. We'll see in the summer who comes and goes.
Right, boys, we've got a few super chats here, which I think we quickly get through. We've got Zane, he's put, Claude, can you imagine prime Maldini with Adams at Arsenal?
Yeah, lovely thought, but them days are gone, mate, I'm afraid.
Sammy Goonis.
Where did the 2 million? Well, it ain't gone in my pocket, Sammy, I can assure you that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting in this fucking room here.
And Zane said, Claude, will you do a like Goldbridge Italian style?
Oh, dear God.
Right. If I'd done a cooking show, right? If I'd done a cooking show, they'd be calling it London's Burning. Say no more.
You know what I was going to say, Claude? You could have done your own version of an MD's takeaway breakfast. You could have opened it up and said, look, you get your egg, you get the burger.
That I would watch.
Oh, God. What we got here? We got here.
Don't ever put me in a kitchen, mate. Don't ever put me in a kitchen. I'm lethal.
Lone Star Londoners.
I've been in the kitchen. I was in the kitchen in this place, right? And I caused the fire alarms all to go off. So I'll leave it at that. Anyway, let's go. Let's carry on.
Lone Star Londoners put, please let's hope Luiz goes. Take Socrates, Mustafi, Holding, Chambers, Bellerin too. All experienced, all overpaid, all underperformed.
Oh, I like Chambers. The rest of them can go.
Yeah, I'm fond of Chambers and Holding, but like what Claude says, I agree, because if we're going to have some new defenders coming in, one of Socrates, Mustafi or Luiz, I don't like any of those three players, but one of them needs to stay to help young players find their way a little bit.
Listen, that's just give me an idea. Look, you've got Mark Goldbridge with his cooking and all these other ones. Why not have wine tasting with Claude?
Yeah, what are you drinking there, Claude? What kind of wine?
You can start.
Funny enough, my dear old mum that passed away in 2009. She's a lovely cook. My mum, that's what. But she never taught me.
Ben says, if financial fair play restrictions are being eased, why can't Kroenke invest? Yes, he may have taken a hit, but he's still a billionaire. Money should not be a problem.
Yeah, I think they should be more clear about this, because so many people still believe we can buy players and, point out where there is money. Well, can Arsenal, can the Premier League come out and explain exactly what's going to happen? I think that'll happen, but right now they just want to get the restart going. And in the meantime, I think it's fantasy to think about paying 50 to 80 million for players. I just think it's pure fantasy.
No, I think you're right there. Just Samuel, who's on the hot mic, he's put, "Hi guys, how's lockdown? Hope you're well, Samuel. Hi guys, do you think Man United are better than Arsenal?"
I didn't, but then they got Bruno Fernandes, and I think they're slightly better. Sorry, don't throw things at me. I think they're slightly better now that they got him.
Stan?
Well, I think if anyone's going to be spending some money, I think United might be, isn't it?
Well, they're the richest club in the world, right?
Yeah, they're talking about Jadon Sancho quite a lot and that. So,
last year Dortmund said they're not a
Terry,
seller.
Terry, I didn't hear that because you're cutting out, mate. Sorry, Terry, you're cutting out. Another great machine I've got here. Can you repeat that question, Terry?
Basically, it said, "Hi guys, do you think Man United are better than Arsenal?"
Come on, I said what I thought. Stan, Claude.
Yeah, I said I'm going to play.
Say it again, Terry. This is getting another fucking wind up. This shit thing I've got here. What did you say, Terry? Go again.
I said, "Are Man United better than Arsenal?"
Oh, I think they're about the same at the moment. They're both very. They're having a little run. We're having a little run, but there's not much in it. There's not much in it. I couldn't split it at the moment.
Listen, at the end of the day, I'm a bit with Claude there. I think if anything, they might just edge it by a nose, and I mean by a nose, and that's because obviously we've inherited a team at the moment from fucking Emery, who I can't stand, who absolutely annihilated us in for a year and a half. So I'm hoping that Arteta can go out, get 3 or 4 signings, not big signings, but really strong signings. Like Partey, like I said, let's swap Lacazette for Partey. Let's try and get Maddison, and let's try and get Upper Meccano. If you can get all 3 in, that's right down your spine. That's right down your spine of the team. You've got experience and great centre back, a really good defensive midfielder in Partey, and then you've got James Maddison just behind Aubameyang. I mean, how great would that be, boys?
You're really hot on Maddison, aren't you, Tel?
I think he's fantastic, mate. I think.
No, I love that. I'm with Terry on Maddison, but I don't think we'll pay the money. That's all.
No,
why do you?
Oh, no.
Sorry, say it again, Tel, at the end.
Not only that, I think he's quite first.
Yeah, I like Maddison. I'm a big fan. I'll take Maddison over Grealish any day. I'm a big Maddison fan. Claude, why do United fans go on about Rashford? He's overrated English player. Is he better? Is he a BTEC still than Wiltord? Do you know what Wiltord?
I love.
Do you know what Wiltord? You know what Wiltord? I think Rashford's all right, but Wiltord was very underrated. He was a great squad player to have. And do you know what? He's getting to our team now. He's getting in front of Lacazette now as well.
Yeah.
I really rate him. I love Wiltord. I love Wiltord as well. But he was. People go on about that. As Diesel says, for only 39 likes, smash the like button. Exactly. I agree with him.
Unfortunately, Zane, I don't agree. I do agree with you what you just said about Rashford, because for me, I don't see what all the hype is about, to be honest. I really don't. I mean, he is a good player, but I don't see what all the hype is about, to be honest. That's just me, personally. And I do really rate Maddison. I think if he come to us or we got into Man United, Liverpool, he'd be an absolute fantastic addition to any team, personally.
Let me ask you something, Terry, right? You got 50, say 60 million, right? And you can either spend it on Maddison or Donny van der Beek from Ajax. Would you still go with Maddison?
Do you know what? At the moment, I would say yes. And there's a simple reason why.
Because he plays in the league.
He plays in the Premiership. You know what I mean? He knows what he needs to do. He hit the ground running. Let's be honest. I mean, he's fantastic. He's got fantastic ability. to beat. Do you know what I mean? And he's a fantastic player. But just because he's a fantastic player over there doesn't mean he's automatically going to come over here adjust straight away and beat Bansta.
Here.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need at the moment. We can't afford to get any more of these players in from abroad and give them another year to settle in. We can't do that at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point.
Tell you what, I don't want to see. Claude AFTV1. Wilton was a big game player. He scored the goal to win the title at Old Trafford. Yes. He also broke court time by scoring a stoppage. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, don't get me started on that game. We got beat in the final in that. And Perez actually set the winner up, by the way, in that. He got the assist against Italy in that final. Great players, though. Great players. And, yeah, he is a big time. Yeah, but also, you've got to realise he was unlucky in a way because he was in a play. Yeah, you had Bergkamp, you had Henry, all these players in front of him. But any other team he would have got in straight away, mate. A great player. Loved him.
This is a good question. For me, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't swap them, saying would not swap.
No.
But then, Uber for Eden Hazard, would you do it?
Hell no.
I wouldn't even stop. I wouldn't even stop Eve. I wouldn't even stop Adam Pareed, whatever. So forget it.
If we're gonna trade Laka or Abba, I want a midfielder.
Hazard is a top player, but I think maybe he's gone to the other side.
Yeah, exactly.
On the downward stride,
exactly.
Listen, I want to bring this up quickly, boys. This one.
There's some good points. I do go back to how can I say Madison? I think it'd be a great addition to our squad.
The Premier.
I know that
these are the scheduled kickoff times, Claude. So on a Friday, it'll be 8 o'clock on a Friday, and then the TV games will be 12:30, 3 o'clock, 5:30, and 8 o'clock. Sunday will be 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4:30, and 7 o'clock. And then Monday will be 8 o'clock kickoffs. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday midweek matches will be 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock kickoff.
I am going to be so.
Bloody hell.
We're
getting spoiled. We're getting spoiled, mate. We're getting spoiled.
Oh no, we're not. Not after more than 2 months. I'm going to be so high that weekend. It's multiple ways.
That ain't going to be for one weekend.
Entire weekend.
Yeah, for about another 6 or 7 weeks.
This is better than sex.
I'm greedy. I'll just take our games of those 8 o'clock and 7 o'clock ones because that's like lunchtime here. That's perfect. I don't have to get up at 4 in the bloody morning.
What about you, Glenn? What time will the earliest one be for you?
I forgot the time.
I don't care what time I get up.
Usually the earliest game for me is 6:30 or 7:30 in the morning, but I don't care. I'm up watching.
The earliest is 12 o'clock here. So that's what.
Just give her a good kick out of the bed and get out there, Glenn. Don't worry.
What? No. Dude, she's not going to bother me. It's the one thing she gives me.
12:30, 7:30 in the morning. You'll have to get up for that. You know that, didn't you? All right, 7:30 in the morning. So you'll have to. Yeah.
It's no problem.
Forget doing the breakfast.
No, my wife knows how much it means to me watching the Premier League. It's the one thing she doesn't bother me about. Plus being on with you, Claude, because she loves you. But that's it. I'm not worried about that at all.
Yeah, but when it comes to 7 days a week, I don't know where you get away with that. I don't think you're going to get away with that, man, mate. 7 days a week, mate.
I can turn on the charm with her. Man. I can turn on the charm with her. I know what to do. Let's move on. I don't want to talk about her.
7 days a week. 7 days a week, you could be going to the divorce courts, mate.
Well, don't get my hopes up.
What made you support Arsenal?
class and style, if you're asking me.
Well, there's your answer.
I can answer that question. I can answer that, Glenn. I can answer it.
Yeah,
He
go.
watched me on AFTV. And
No. No, I have not been a fan for just 2 years. But if you, I can't tell you how honored, privileged, and happy it makes me that you and I have become friends. All of you, I've become friends with all of you. But Claude, right away from the very beginning when I discovered there were millions of other suffering Arsenal fans like me. Early on, I'm watching Claude and Ty laughing every time Ty says something, and Claude does this. And he buries his head. It just cracks me up every time. So yeah, I'm not worried about watching. I'm going to be watching Premier League football morning, noon, and night. Any game, I don't care.
Right, boys, let's bring this up. This is the league table. First of all, I want to talk about the Aston Villa game. That will be the first one, like ourselves, against Sheffield United. Obviously, Sheffield United are in 7th place at the moment. Their last 6 games, they've lost one, drawn one, lost 1-2, drawn, and
Terry,
won.
do we have to do that? Will we have to broadcast that game? Oh my God!
Well,
yeah, go on, carry on.
Because it'd be the same time as ours. I think. I don't know.
No, it's not going to be that. Everyone's.
Yeah, so would it be a double game? So that probably one would be 6 o'clock, one would be 8 o'clock. So yeah, we can do. It'd be the first one back. So and then you've got Aston Villa, who are in 2nd from bottom at the moment. But if they win big against Sheffield United, they could possibly get out of the relegation zone. But they've lost their last 4. So let's have some predictions. Everyone in the chat, let us know what you reckon the score will be in the Sheffield United, Aston Villa game against Sheffield United. Let's start with you, Stan, first.
I think
I'm going to go for Sheffield United win. I'm going to go Sheffield United win.
All right, we'll start
to Sheffield United.
We'll start from the top, Stan. Sorry, mate.
Right. Don't worry, mate. I got overruled.
Sheffield United, you going, Claude? Yeah. Claude, 1-0 Sheffield United.
Ask Terry, then he'll answer.
Sorry, mate. Terry, I'm going to have to come out 2 minutes because my line is really poor.
All right, then, mate. No problem.
I'll come out 2 minutes and come back in.
All right, just before we answer, then, glad to see Claude back having fun from the last show. Thank you, Chadwick. Just before we come to you, Stan, we've got Cheddars. He says 2-1 to Sheffield. Archie 1-1. Delwyn Jones says 1-1. Steve says Villa 0, Sheffield United 2. Yaz says Aston Villa 2, Sheffield United 6. I'll tell you what, if we do a live watch along, Yaz, I hope it is that scoreline, I'll tell you. Alex Wilden, Villa 0, Sheffield United 4, Time Bandit 2-2, and Premier League says 2-0 Sheffield United. Stan.
See, that's the thing with this long break is whether, teams like Sheffield that had a nice run of form, whether they're going to come back and still have that momentum, and maybe a team like Villa, who was awful, this rest might have done them the world of good, and they come back, gangbusters. But yeah, I think I'm going to go for a Sheffield United win though. Yeah, Villa were awful, weren't they, before the break stopped?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it comes down to Chris Wilder. He's an outstanding manager, an outstanding motivator. I don't think you're going to see much of a letdown from Sheffield United. There's a lot to like about that club.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to shock you guys. Oh, sorry, boys. It's the 8 o'clock clap for the NHS.
Oh.
For a second for a clap for the NHS. Well done to the NHS. Just to pick up what we're saying. Look, I'm going to go against you, boys. Do you know why? Because there's always an upset. It's like the start of the season again.
Yeah.
This is what it's like. There's always an upset. So I'm going to go. And Villa desperately need this. So, and not only that, everyone's going to have their team, like their players back that was injured. You know what I mean? So hopefully most people can put out their full sides, if you know what I mean. Their best 11. So yeah. I'm going to go for a Villa 2-1 win. I'm going to go for.
You know the brilliant thing looking at these standings, it's like an eye chart on my computer, but looking at them, every game is going to mean something. How awesome is that going to be? Every game is going to mean something.
Exactly, Glenn, you're exactly right. Right, let's move on now to obviously Arsenal versus Man City game, the game in hand that we had.
Is it home or away? I don't remember.
We're away, so it'd be at Man City, Stan. Man City are obviously in second place. I mean, if they need to win really, because obviously that puts a bigger gap between them and Leicester, so they're probably secure second place really if they win. But their form, they weren't in good form really. They draw 1-1, lost 1-2, and then lost their last game before the break. And ourselves, we drawn 3 and lost 3. Don't forget, I mean, you know, all this doom and gloom around Arteta that, you know what I mean, he's not that great at the moment or whatever. He hasn't lost this year at the moment. I know we lost in the European League, Europa League, but, you know, in the league, we haven't lost yet. So, like I said, though, it's like being at the beginning of the season. So, start from the bottom. Stan, what's your opinions on this game? What's the results? Everyone in the chat, let us know and all.
I think it could be. I think we might be able to get a draw for this one because City might not come. You know, they might come. We might come back a lot better. Mikel Arteta has had a lot of time with the players. Maybe not so much on the pitch, but he's had a lot of communication with the players. So I'd like to. I'm going to go for a draw, and I'm going to say that maybe it would be a 2-2 draw.
I'm going 2-1 Arsenal. I think the players are going to play hard for Arteta, especially in that game. And I see a 2-1 win, and I cannot wait.
Yeah. Just before I come to you,
Claude,
Claude,
like we did with Wenger when it was his anniversary. What was it? That game played for Wenger on that game, was it? And we lost 6-0. Oh, yeah. All right. I still think we'll win this game, though. I do think we'll win this game because I just get that feeling Man City have put the white flag up. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win and Aubameyang to get the winner.
Right. I'm going to be very optimistic here. I think we're going to have our players back. We should be able to put out a good starting 11 here for the first time in ages. Arteta's going to want to beat his master. And you know what it's like most of the time when the underdogs like that go against their masters, it normally turns out that the underdogs do it. So I'm gonna go for a 3-1 win Arsenal. And guess who's going to get the winner? Everyone wants me to say it, so I'm going to have to say it. Aubameyang! He's going to get the winner. So let's be honest, right? That's what I mean. All this doom and gloom around Arsenal, we're in 9th place. You know, we ain't doing all that well. If we won that game, like, you know, most of us are hopefully saying, that puts us in, well, on goal difference. What is it on goal difference there? So if we won 3-1, it'd be 2 goals. Yeah. So that could possibly put us just behind United on the same points as Wolves and Sheffield United there, but 2 points behind United in 5th place.
And to repeat myself, in June, they're going to decide on Manchester City's appeal. So we're going to know very early if the 5th spot is a Champions League spot.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Terry, you know what? Terry, you know what we've forgotten?
What's that?
We forgot to do the 1 minute clap.
Oh, well, no, we done it just as you was gone, mate. We done a clap.
Aye?
We started clapping. We did clap at 8.
Sorry, mate. I went off air, so because I lost control.
He actually cut himself off. Chadwick Moffat said, Glenn, what would you do if Arsenal get spanked 5-1?
I would be very disappointed. I don't think that, you know, if Wenger or Unai Emery were manager, I could, you know, accept that more. But unlike Claude, I put a lot of faith in Arteta and, you know, putting out a positive team. And that's the way I feel. But yeah, sure. You want me to say, yeah, okay, you were right. I told you so. But I don't believe it's going to happen. It's not Wenger. It's not freaking good evening.
Stanley Stavizler has said, Terry, where do you think Arsenal are going to finish at the end of the season? Look, at the end of the day, like I said, it's like the beginning of the season again now. You know what I mean? We've got, 9-10 games left. It's like a beginning of the season. Anything can happen. It's all even Stevens, I think, across the board again. You know what I mean? No one's got any sort of advantages because you don't know how you're going to come back. So I'm being positive here. I'm being positive. I'm thinking that hopefully we've got all our players back. You know, we should be able to put our strongest 11 more or less now, even though it still ain't Arteta's players. Look, we was on a run before this all stopped. We was on a 3-game win streak. If we could win another 2 on a spin, that puts us right in the mix there, right in the mix.
Yeah. And we have some weapons. I mean, midfield, right? Forget the talk. Stan, do not go on about Ceballos wanting to leave. Shit. You throw Ceballos and Torreira in midfield, Saka on the wing, Aubameyang up top, have Laka on the bench. We got options. We got some nice options. I'm very positive about coming back and making a run.
Yeah, no, exactly. Stan?
Yeah, I mean, I went for a 2-2 draw, but I should have caveated that because it probably could have been a win, but I imagine there's going to be some kind of VAR dispute somewhere. It wouldn't be the same without it, right? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But listen, even if we do get spanked 5-1, which I don't think we will, because I think we will win. We will win. Listen, do yourselves a favour. Get over to Hot Mic, download the app, put our code in CBS301, and you'll be able to listen to us 4 boys here plus Diesel's commentary on the game. So either way, you will be hearing a lot of swearing because we will be getting spanked 5-1, or you'll be hearing a lot of "It's time to win."
Guys, I've ignored 2 texts from my wife. I have to go. I'm sorry. I've ignored 2. I know you guys want to see her. You want to see her do this to me.
Whoa.
But I got to go. I've ignored 2 from her already. 3 strikes and I'm out, man.
I will let you know via message.
No, don't tell me that bloody alarm's gone off again.
It went off twice, Mr.
Has that alarm gone off again?
Yes, it has. Jeez, man. Take it easy.
I will message you, Glenn, and let you know the forfeit that the people have asked us to do if we get. I don't know if you heard about this, Stan, but
Jesus Christ, this is what marriage is all about.
Look,
this is what marriage is about in the 21st century, mate.
Says the man who quit after 6 weeks. Guys, I have to go. You were the first to ask me. I'm in for the watch along. I'm in. Okay. I'll talk to you very soon. Thank you for asking me on. Thank you for letting me vent about a bunch of dumb stuff. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon if I can figure out how to turn off my computer. Bye.
Mate. What we're going to do is we're set
take care, mate. Take care. I know you've got to go, mate. Take care.
We set a target of 200. We want to reach 200 followers on Hot Mic, and if we do, we have to do a forfeit on the night of the Man City game.
You know what? I was using that Hot Mic the other day, and I was trying to like some of the content, but it wouldn't like for whatever reason. Nothing would happen when I was clicking on the like.
I think what it is we've got a lot of new people just come onto the app, and I think it's drained the motherboard of their computers at the moment, so they're trying to work really hard to get it all sorted out. But
so basically, Claude and all of the Bansters have crashed Hot Mic servers.
What can I say, mate?
There you go.
Great followers, but we need a few more. So what we do is then we'll be going for an hour and 10 minutes. We'll have 10 more minutes. Everyone, give us some questions you want us to answer, and put your forfeit request in. And then before we go, we'll decide which one we're going to do. All right, what questions we've got here? AD Gamer, how you doing, mate? He said, what do you think the top 4 will be at the end of the season, guys? Stan?
Well, Liverpool and then probably City, but they'll may have some kind of a deduction or whatever. And then the next two is difficult, you know. The next two say kind of difficult because, like you say, Terry, everyone's starting again with a blank canvas, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Everyone's starting with a blank canvas, and just before we stopped, Chelsea looked like they were running out of a bit of steam. So maybe a break has done them come for them at the right time because you know, and they caught their breath. So it's a hard one for the next two. What do you reckon, you guys?
Claude, what do you think?
I'm gonna go Liverpool, Man City, Leicester, and I'm gonna go for Manchester United for the fourth spot.
Oh, I'm gonna go. Obviously, let me think about this. Well, it's got to be Liverpool, isn't it? Liverpool's going to be top. It's got to be Man City. And looking at the league again, you've got Liverpool, Man City, you've got Leicester on 53 points, Chelsea on 48. I'll tell you what.
You see, Wolves and Sheffield could be a couple of dark horses in there, couldn't they?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's, you know, I'm going to go for Liverpool, Man City. I think Leicester have still got it. They're still 5 points ahead of Chelsea. So Leicester's going to be there. And then it's a roundabout of Chelsea, United, Wolves, Sheffield United, and us if we win the game in hand.
Yeah.
If we win the game in hand, it's out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 teams.
So there is a sneaking chance then if they get sanctioned over at City and things go our way, we could maybe just be lucky enough to nick that 5th spot. What do you reckon?
This is what I was saying ages ago, Stan, and I got ridiculed in the chat for it, saying stop being silly. Look at the team we've got. We've got Arteta, blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean? But that all goes away. Let's be honest. That all goes away if we do win that game in hand.
Yeah.
All that negativity.
Possible.
Sorry, Stan.
I'm just saying it's possible. It's definitely doable, isn't it?
Of course it is, mate. Of course it is. Anything's possible, I think. You know what I mean? Like we said, you know what I mean? We haven't lost this year. You know what I mean? I know we haven't been playing great. We've been lucky, yes. All of that, we have. But if we can still be lucky, if we can still keep, you know, just nicking games even though we're not winning, I'll take that for the rest of this season to nick that 5th spot. Wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. I mean, and the revenue that we're going to get in if we get that 5th spot, and then again, if players are thinking of leaving, it might help them to make a decision to stay. Right? If they say, "Oh, we're in the Champions League next season," that's nice. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And if we are looking to bring in people like your man Maddison, again, that's another hook, right? Come and play with us in the Champions League next season.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. Look, I mean, did you see my team I put out a couple of shows ago?
I did. Yeah.
Did you see it? Yeah. I mean, you know, I only brought in 3 players. You know what I mean? One is an exchange for Lacazette, a straight swap, so we're not spending any money there. If we could sell Mustafi, Socrates, El Nini, what's his name?
El Nini? Don't sell him.
Huh?
You're not selling El Nini, are you? You know, I like him a little bit.
Mkhitaryan, Saka. You know what I mean? That's 5 players there. If we could get something like 50 million out of 5 players, I'd be happy with that. To be honest, I'd be happy to get 50 million. Right? Surely we've got 50, 60, 70 million to go and spend in the transfer window. So that gives us, you know what I mean, 120 million.
Yeah.
Right, you've already got one great player in if we swap him for Lacazette. If we could get Maddison and Upamecano for 120 million, I think next season we could go into that season looking really good.
Yeah, it's all going to depend on that starting 11, like you say, right?
Yeah.
Because if we want to get to where we want to be, there needs to be a bit of a turnover.
Yeah, exactly. Can you hear us, Claude?
Yeah, mate, I'm sorry about it. I'm really having a lot of problems tonight with this piss. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, listen, I think we need to wrap it up, Terry.
Hold up. Laura said, do you have any super chat function on Mike? Yes, we do, Laura. You can. It's called tips on Mike, so you can tip them. It's exactly the same as super chats, so that's what you can do. And thank you for signing up on Mike. We really do appreciate it.
Laura,
Right.
always welcome to Super Chat anywhere.
Just for the last couple of minutes, everyone get in your forfeits what you think you would like us to do. Chadwick Moffat has come up with the idea of you putting Seth Fabregas poster up behind your head, Claude, on your wall.
So what
Was
are
that?
these for?
Chadwick Moffat said he would like to see you put a Cesc Fabregas poster up behind your head on your wall.
All right, maybe, yeah. Okay.
Well, that's if we pick that one. That's if we pick that one. Who else has got any? Anyone else got any before we go? Before we wrap up? Taib said, Terry, do you think Saka will be sold in the summer transfer window? Listen, I hope he does, mate. I hope he does, and I hope we can spend the money elsewhere because I don't want him in our team. In the game has said, Man City is not invincible. Just ask Norwich City. Trust in Arteta. He has the knowledge. Gooner Gamer, my guy, mate. Love it. Great comment. AD Gamer said, what players would you take from Chelsea, guys?
I like Pulisic. I quite like him, the winger.
I'll take, what's his name? In the midfield. The little guy. What's his name? I can't think.
Kante.
Yeah, Kante. I'll take him at the moment.
Yeah, and Kante. Oh, yeah, Kante, yeah.
I'll take Kante all day long. Got to go, guys. Laura said, got to go, guys. Catch you later. Stay safe, everyone. Thank you, Laura. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, Laura.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you. And Laura, always available for a super chat with you, darling. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Listen, everyone, keep coming up with your what is it? What did you say?
No, you took that the wrong way. What I was saying is, she kept going on about. She said about doing super chats. She can come on here and have a super chat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yes.
Even if she doesn't want to put a super chat, we're always willing to take chats. Well, it doesn't have to be a super chat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. You're right.
That's what I meant, by the way, and before people jump to the wrong conclusion. Yeah,
right. So everyone, keep your forfeits coming in. If you want, you can message us on Instagram, on Twitter. Let us know what ones you want us to do. We will pick one, and then we will do it if we reach 200.
Terry,
yes.
We'll be back before then. We'll be back before then anyway. So
yeah, of course we will. That's keep on coming in. So what we're going to wrap up now, boys. Yeah, we'll wrap up. Listen, what can we say? I
just apologise to all the people in the chat tonight because apparently I kept going in and out because of my unfortunately, there are a lot of technical issues down here. I don't know what's going on. But in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have this all fixed up and we can get back to normal again.
All right, so there's only one thing left to say is that the Premier League is back.
It's time to go!
Not just yet. The Premier League is back. June the 17th. We all can't wait for it. It's 3 weeks away. It starts on a Wednesday night. There'll be 2 live games. We don't know which way round it'll be. One will be 6 o'clock, one will be 8 o'clock. But you've heard it here first. Download Mike, CBS 301, put our code in, and you will get Claude and the Bansta's commentary on both live games on that night. So come and join us. We'll be back before then anyway. But
I can't wait. It's like Christmas, isn't it? It's like Christmas.
It's unbelievable.
It's all coming back here. It's like Christmas Day, isn't it?
Gio said, "Are you guys doing the UFC watch-along?" I might do. I'm definitely doing the one the week after because that's a UFC 250, isn't it? It is. So we'll definitely be doing that one. If there's enough interest, Stan, you up for it? If we do,
yeah, I enjoyed the last one. I really did.
Yeah. All right. So we possibly will do, Gio. So watch this space. Thank you everyone for your contributions and your super chats and just in the chat in general. We really do appreciate it. Like I said, if you can download Mike on Google Play or Apple Play, put our code in CBS 301, and then when the Premiership is back, You can turn off them boring commentators on Sky Sports and listen to your very own Claude and the Bansta commentary. What more can you want, honestly? So, and not only that, can you please like and share our videos on YouTube and on Mike, because that is how you can. We really do need that to keep us going, growing, and making us stronger. Just leaves me to say thank you to Glenn, who's out already. Thank you to Stan.
Cheers, mate. Thank you for having me.
No, great to be on, mate.
Cheers, Stan. Thanks for coming on, mate.
You're welcome.
And thank you for and thank you very much for Glenn for coming on. I mean, he had to fall a few hurdles to get through that one, but he's come on tonight. Well done, Glenn, for coming on. And I hope you make up by doing the cooking tonight, Glenn. Right, so.
Right, it's time. It's time for your famous word.
Time. It's time to go.
Thanks, everyone. See you soon.
Thank you. Cheers.